Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it was, final score, when you look at the stat sheet, virtually the same. Field goals made from both teams. The big difference was 21 out of 22 from the foul line and 10 of 14 on our end. So, you lose a game by 9, you get outshot by 11, and there you go. Otherwise, it's really hard to find a lot separating, the two teams. I would say that the one thing that just killed us down the stretch was, the play of Vassar. I thought he was very good for them around the basket. He was a problem for us late in the game. Had some big, loud dunks that really energized their team. And then, it was the offensive rebounds. We can't give up that many offensive rebounds in a game. A team as good as Arizona and expect to win, especially as the kind of game that some of their players were having today.
What is your impression of the last several minutes, the incident between Freeman and Love, and then the decision not to take?
Well, I mean, it was. If you were right near our bench, it was relentless, constant chatter, from a couple of the Arizona players that was not being policed properly, and of course they're going to be happy with winning, but it was done with no class, in my opinion. And words that were said back and forth led, to the moment where Freeman, lost it and lost his cool because of the constant talk that was allowed to go on. So, I had to make a tough decision to obviously, in the best interest of our team, to get them into the locker room so there'd be no further incidents the rest of the game, and in the handshake line.
Had that happened before?
I just saw that it was very heated, and I thought that there was possibilities that something else could have happened, and I was going to avoid that, and wanted to get I wanted to avoid any further confrontation at the end of the game.
What did you make of them trying to make that buzzer beating that
What do you mean?
when they shot it was just at the end of the shot clock at the very end?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I was already gone. I think I was heading towards the locker room, so I don't even know the play you're referring to, but I can look at it and maybe would have a comment another time.
It's been tough to sign ever since he came back from the injury, to play well. How much are you missing his production in the West?
I mean, it's just a matter of him getting more in a rhythm and finding himself. And you listen, you're a young freshman, you miss a lot of time. It's hard to get that time back. And the more games he gets under his belt, I think the more he'll come on as the season winds down.
Amir Ali did not play. Was there a reason for that?
It was just in games like this, you go with your gut and your instincts, and they told me that play a tighter rotation tonight, play the guys that have been playing the most minutes, and then try and get Joe more acclimated. It's not anything against Amir. I think he actually played well at Colorado and rebounded well and helped us in that game. So he's gonna play. Wouldn't read a whole lot into it. It was just kind of a coach's decision tonight.
The turnovers were a lot better in the first half, but then that run of turnovers kind of in the second half. What do you think fell apart there?
I mean, I just told them, we lost this game, because I don't want to have to diagnose every time why we lose. Eventually you gotta do the things necessary to win. It's getting a little old to walk in there after the game and explain why we just lost. But part of it was that stretch where we were up 5 and turned the ball over twice, and they got a dunk off one, and they got a lot of life out of those couple of possessions. And you just you can't do that. You have a team down. We had a really good start to the second half, and we built a lead, and then we give the ball away a couple of times. So it wasn't great.
Why do you think that kind of transpired the way that it felt a little unorganized during that press scheme that interviewed you guys for a little bit? What maybe didn't you guys do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm bad with press offense design, I guess. I mean,
JP's monster dunk. Does that young man have any idea how good he can be offensively aggressive?
that's kind of what I said to the guys in the huddle. They were very, very aggressive on defense, taking things away and and denying stuff. So sometimes if passes are being taken away, you got to be able to win the one-on-one battle, and get to the basket. And that was certainly a great move by him. A momentum play for us. We kind of desperately needed it. But yeah, I mean, I have to do a better job of teaching my post players how to dislodge a player and just move him as far under the basket as possible, into the cheerleader sometimes. As your player drives to the basket, it must be nice to someone to pave the road for you like that, where you literally just wipe out a defender and take him out of any type of help defense, because it's basically a moving screen that's allowed. And it's been happening, way too often for me not to say that is part of the reason that we can't get an offensive rebound and we can't challenge a layup in the paint, is because a lot of times Quaintance is being pushed into the basketball, into the basketball support. And it's great that they could do that, and that must be nice.
Couple more.
What did you think about the help of Freeman and Quaintance coming in and the rest of the team, and how do you feel just moving forward, maybe being healthy?
I would say, BJ, I was very unsure about. He didn't practice at all. He, on Thursday, he went. He was limited yesterday, but he was moving well, so I knew he would be fine to play, and he played very well for us, especially on offense. Made some big shots. JQ, we're in charge of his future and making sure that we do right by him, as we would with all players. But when we weren't going to rush him on the floor against Colorado, I think the time off allowed his ankle to quiet down, and he was moving great, both in practice yesterday and today. Hats off to Adam Miller. I mean, he didn't practice at all since Colorado. He's been sick. If any of you guys got masks on, maybe you should get a mask or something, because he's sitting right next to me right now. But he hasn't been around for since we got on the plane on Tuesday night. So, but he gutted it out.
One more, and then we'll get out of here.
What's it been like dealing with this for the last month or so, and do you feel like you guys are doing a good place?
It happens. Guys get hurt. You got to overcome it. You got to figure out a way. We just haven't, and we figured some things out on the road, winning a couple in a row. We just haven't, got it done in our building. You can't lose 4 conference games at this point in the season in a Big 12 race and expect to be in the picture. And we just haven't done a good job. A lot of these games have been close, and we've been there, but like moral victories, like who cares? But that's about it. That's all I got. I'll turn it over to Adam. I can tell you this: I do get a vote for the for all conference, and I can tell you who's not getting a vote.
Play individually and how that kind of impacted the team and
I ain't touched the ball in 2 days, so I just kind of was going out there, just try to get out on the court as early as possible, try to get a rhythm going, and just try to stay aggressive. Stay aggressive.
reading into that part, you not being able to play with being sick, they had you matching up on Caleb Love, obviously a great perimeter player on his side. What did you make of the matchup between you and him, and how you were able to kind of get him off balance in some parts early in the game?
Yeah, I've been playing Caleb my whole life because he's from St. Louis, and I grew up in Illinois, so we've been playing AAU. So I know his game. I think I was just a step too slow. I think I kind of downplayed. I was a step too slow from being sick, and I kind of wasn't in mode enough because his percentages haven't been that good. So I think I kind of let that get into my head a little bit. But me knowing the player he is, I think I did a disservice to myself not tightening up a little bit more. Like I said, I was a step slow, a little drowsy, but I'll be in gear next time.
Adam, what was your viewpoint of what transpired there in the last couple of minutes of the game?
I ain't got no comment.
With the press defense that we did to you guys a little bit in the second half, what were the things that made it tough to go against?
It wasn't tough. We made it tough on ourselves. I turned it over once. Josiah turned it over once. We made it tough on ourselves. That was it. Literally. Like I said, I was a step slow, and I should have just dribbled through it.
You've been right there and just kind have had trouble kind of closing out games.
for about multiple games at home.
Is it more a mental thing, or is it guys playing a lot of minutes and making you drain?
Good teams find a way to win. Bad teams find a way to lose. So, you know what I mean? Winning solves everything. I mean, I don't. It doesn't look a certain way. Like, I don't care if we win by half a point or one for 20 points. Like, you just got to find a way to win, and we're not finding a way to do that. So, we gotta, we gotta look into ourselves. Everybody individually gotta go sit in dark rooms, come back, and we gotta come back as a united group because we can't keep doing this at home. This is the Big 12. Like, there's only so more left. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we did a great job in the non-conference, and to go into the conference like this, we're doing ourselves a disservice to go out there and not finish out games, especially games when we've had the momentum for most of the games. You know what I'm saying? We don't look like a bad team for about 30 minutes. It's 40 minutes. So
Is that something that the fans said it was being preparing for?
say that again. Speak up a little bit.
Is this something that you guys have been preparing for, the strength of the Big 12, knowing that you were going to lose some games that really you played very well, or were you kind of
Knowing we was gonna lose some games. Say that again.
Is this something that you guys were prepared for, the strength of the Big 12, or
Oh.
kind of caught you off guard playing games like this where you make very few mistakes and still can't find a way to win?
Yeah, and like I said, I could do a better job of leading, and but we got a lot of young guys. We got guys, coming from different schools, and it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And we've done a good job of coming together and putting on that ASU jersey, and coming out and performing. Like I said, for 30 minutes, but it's a 40-minute game, and on this level, we're not doing. We're right there every time, and that's the part that hurts. It's like. It's a lot of games, like that Iowa State game, that Baylor game, the UCF game. It's like a lot of games when it's like people watch the game, they go to the bathroom and they come back and it's like, damn, Arizona State's down. Like we got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot.
Kind of off that question, looking at the final snap-offs, kind of made a case against some of the stuff and just like down. What was it before we got to
No comment.
You said right there too, like the way defensively, Sean's kind of around the team from last year to this year, right? In the first half, he's been around being physical. What does that mean for you guys going forward when Sean's coming?
Man, we need him, and we should have got him the ball more in the second half. We should have threw the ball in the post more in the second half. We should have. We kept it on the perimeter too much. Some of our sets, I think that if that first option is not there, we need to, go to something else. And but regardless, like if we can't enter the ball on the wings or to a guard, so even if we got to play, we got to get the big the ball. We got to get our bigs the ball, and we got to let them work. So that's on us. That's on the guards, especially the veteran guards. We got to get the bigs the ball, and because he's down there banging, and people look, maybe he might slap the chair here and there. You know what I'm saying? But he's down there wrestling, and he's a big body. He gets tired quick. You know what I'm saying? So we got to give him the ball more. Yeah, man, damn. Yeah, and it's crazy because I felt like we started the second half off a little better, rebounding. Bashir was down there getting some boards, and then our bigs started to challenge some shots as their guards was getting downhill and their bigs was ducking in, so it started to get challenging. And what's his name? Vassar. He was a monster down there. Vassar was a monster down there, yeah. And it's just because we're playing longer possessions, and that's shooting us in the foot. We gotta close out the play, and then that gives us a chance to go down and score. I think, yeah, we turned it over in their press, but I think we turned it over too many times in transition in the second half when we could have had buckets. Like there's sometimes we're missing the one more, and can't do that.
Couple more.
Adam, kind of on that line of thinking with the late game and execution, what do you make of the shot selection you guys have had in a lot of these games and come down the stretch? I think you guys are really
Needs to be better. Needs to be better. Needs to be better. But I got good guys on my team. I got good guys on my team. I love all my teammates, but I think that It's more of a like we got the superhero mentality. Sometimes we get that, and it kind of backfires sometimes when it's okay to trust your teammate a little bit more in some situations. You know what I'm saying? So I think that in certain situations, especially in those transition situations, and we don't score as much as we should in transition. I feel like if we have that one more mentality, trust your teammate, I think we go up by even more points. So when teams do make their run, we have a better cushion. You know what I'm saying?
You said a lot of exciting things here. You talked about being a leader. So what things do you have to do as a leader to convey some of these messages?
Man, I knew somebody was just about to ask me that. Like, you just said all this, now what you gonna do? It's tough. I'm not gonna lie, it's tough. And I'm at a point in my career where it's like I gotta be able to win and lead. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm older now, and I don't have an answer. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I've in my college career, I've had great coaches and I've had great leaders. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go tomorrow. I'm gonna sit my teammates down, and we're gonna have a meeting. That's what I'm gonna do. Thank you for asking me that. And I'm gonna try to start there, and I'm gonna say the same stuff I said to y'all. I'm gonna say it to them.
Not be like a players only meeting.
Yeah.
Shannon has kind of struggled to hit his stride. He's coming back to injury. What is kind of building off that as a leader, and how do you continue to push him as a freshman to continue to take shots?
Yeah, I think that now he's a really good player. I'm a pretty good shooter, and he's a better shooter than me. He's really, 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 really good. I think that we gotta find him. We gotta get him easier shots. When he's out there having to go back and forth, especially coming back from that injury and create his own, it's not as easy. You know what I'm saying? We gotta find a way to get him easy shots. When he does get to that, he can get. You know what I'm saying? He could get in rhythm. I think that I don't think no one should expect him to come back and just be, Joe Sign in non-conference because he was electric. You know what I'm saying? But I think like when we're in ball screens and they tag, we got to hit them, knock down. Like we got to find ways to get him easy shots, transition, hit him in the shot pocket, and get him going. I don't think he's a freshman. I don't blame nothing on him. He's a freshman. He does a really good job.
Do you think part of that is just he didn't have the smoothest transition between non-conference and conference play?
I think so, and especially getting injured in that BYU game, and probably his wind is, his stamina's up and down, so it's probably rough for him. So, but he played good. He played good today, bro. He played good today. He had a turnover and he gave up a little layup at the end, but I'm not frustrated with him. He's a freshman. He does his job. He comes in every day. He goes to treatment. He shows up for his workout. He gets his shots up. He's a really good kid, so I'm not too much worried about him.
One more.
To stay in the game before fouls, or that's something that you specifically might coach?
I didn't, but if he would have took me out, I would have told him, don't take me out. But yeah, I felt like one of them wasn't really a foul, but it is what it is. And that last one when I fouled Caleb Love as a late shot clock, I should just let him shot it and live with the result. I should have just let him shot it. I don't know what I was doing. Maybe I'm gonna blame it on the medicine. I'm gonna blame it on the medicine.
All right, thank you, Adam.